Hello guys and welcome to Triple R Gaming. We're here today for the F1 2015 Back of the Grid Challenge for round 15 around the Sochi circuit in Russia, which is also the Olympic Stadium. So we're here on the grids. Before we get started, as usual, if you haven't gone and seen the Japanese Grand Prix or any of the other previous Grand Prix in this Back of the Grid series, I recommend you go and check them out. There'll be a link in the description below. Also, before we get started, as you know, I'm playing the Sergio Perez, which is obvious, and we haven't decided which car we're going to be in for next season on the 2016 game, but I will be announcing that at Sergio Perez's home country of the Mexican Grand Prix. So that is when I will be announcing which team we will be racing for next season. But enough of that, guys. Let's get to the strategy and let's see what's going on. So as you can see today, we've got a two-stop strategy. They're pretty much the same strategy, just the tyres are in different orders. But we're going to go with the option because we're quite fast here, because we were P1 in practice. So I do feel that we do have some pace around here, even though it's a new circuit for me, because this is like only the second game that this is featured on. So I am still getting to grips with the track, even if I have had quite a few practice sessions trying to, acclimatise myself to the track. But yes, let's get to the race. Let's get to the 5 red lights. So here for the Russian Grand Prix on the grid for the 5 red lights with the 2 manners in front of us, and off we go. We passed Stevens and Merry pretty quickly. We've got the 2 Saubers on our left hand side as well as the 2 McLarens. We're going down to the first corner, which this is the first corner. We tap Felipe Nasr just slightly. We're going down to the second corner, and I'm hoping to brake real hard on the right hand side and really keep it smooth so I don't tap anybody. I've cut the corner slightly, but there are quite a few people going through that corner, so I think we can forgive it there. But as you can see, in the first 2 corners we've made 13 places up. We are now in 7th place, chasing Kimi Raikkonen and the 2 Williams. So we're here on lap 1, and we are just going to be chasing down the Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen. This is pretty much one of the best starts we've had all season, and in practice we've had really good results with the long run pace as well as the qualifying pace. So as you can see, I've just gone down the left hand side of Kimi Raikkonen. We are now chasing Felipe Massa for 5th place. We are now in 6th place, and our goal here is just to get as far up as possible, because I'm just not really sure how we're going to fare in this race, just because we look strong, but sometimes when we look strong we don't always get the results that we need. So in these early laps, these are the important laps to push like hell, and at this time I'm pushing like hell. This is the DRS zone when DRS is activated, and I'm just taking my time, not rushing it, just trying to get up the back of Felipe Massa, get past him as soon as possible. So I go down the left hand side here and really cut in tight. He races me around this corner and he gets the corner back, but then I managed to get the upper hand there, and we're now chasing his teammate Valtteri Bottas on lap 1. So as you can see, Lewis Hamilton has set the fastest lap of the race, to be expected. But yeah, we are going to go on to the end of lap 2, the end of lap 2, and we're now still chasing Valtteri Bottas for 4th place. We are now around the DRS zone, but there's no DRS activated, but we will go around the left hand side, but we think much better of that, and we go around the right hand side and we easily go around there. We watch him on the left hand side, because these 2 corners, as you can see, they always come back at you a little bit, so you've got to be careful not to tackle there, but it is better around that side. Going on to lap 4, 2 laps later, we have managed to catch up to Nico Rosberg. It's taken us a little longer to catch up to these 2, just because their cars are a lot faster than the Williams. But as you can see, I've been pushing so hard on lap 5. We've got the fastest lap of the race, and now I'm planning to do an overtake with DRS on the Mercedes, which is something that we don't normally do in this season because we're not usually up there. And we're going to try a double overtake on Sebastian Vettel as well. Can we make it stick? Sebastian Vettel is going to come back up the side. I have gone wide a little bit, so it's going to be harder for me to take this corner than him. So Sebastian Vettel's got past me again, and so is Nico Rosberg. I'm going to brake super hard and really turn in tight, but Nico Rosberg has that position. But I gave it a try. It's not usually the position I'm used to with battling the Mercedes, but I thought I'd give it a go. Going on to lap 6, almost a lap later, and we've got DRS again. I'm hoping to finally overtake Rosberg, because I haven't been able to get past him. I've been struggling a little bit. So I'm going to go around the right hand side again, do a little cheeky move around the side, I've given a little bit more space than I would have liked, but again I've managed to do the same move as I did on Valtteri Bottas, and I'm now into 3rd place. I'm on the podium already, and it's only been 6 laps. So now I'll be chasing Sebastian Vettel onto lap 8. We are chasing him hard. I haven't got the DRS for some reason. Oh yes, I have got the DRS now. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to go around to the right hand side and brake super hard. And as you can see, because I did that, I overshot. And I do get a warning for corner cutting there. But because I went off the track, Sebastian Vettel has had the opportunity to come back at me, which he has taken. So I've had to kind of bite the bullet there. I broke too hard into turn 2, and that's what happens. Going later on into lap 8, we are still chasing Sebastian Vettel. And it's pit time for us, and he decides to come into the pits as well. I thought if we mirrored his strategy, there was a possibility we can get past him in the next stint. So we're into the pits, and so far so good. I'd say we're in a net 3rd place at the moment. I'm hoping for a little bit more, but as you can see in the background, that Mercedes is Lewis Hamilton, who's just pit. So he's pit on the same lap too. So this does give us a little bit of an advantage because we are the fastest man on track at the moment. So I'm really close to the 2 front runners, and I may even be able to win this race. That was a 2.7 stop, which is a little bit slower than we're used to, but you know, our guys can't be perfect all year round, but they're doing a good job at the moment. I do have the fastest lap of the race. I'm going to try and catch Sebastian Vettel, try and get past him for 5th place, that is, because obviously a few people in front of us have not pit yet. So I've managed to go around the outside of Sebastian there. He's going to try and come back at me, but I'm going to try my best to defend. And we're going around this corner here. I think this is turn 6. Going on to lap 10 now, almost a lap later. There's a few people in the pits, and now we're actually into 2nd place. So we've managed to get Rosberg in the pits, which is brilliant. Going on to lap 11, which is just a lap and a half later, we finally caught up to Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton has been head and shoulders above everybody this year, but in this particular race, me and him were battling really hard for 1st position. There is, guys, a possibility that I could win this race, so I'm going to push as like hell to try and win this race. And believe it or not, that'll be our 2nd win of the season if we could make this happen. But Lewis Hamilton is looking so strong at the moment. As you can see, he's right my gearbox as I've got past him. He is not going to let go of me, and he's going to push like hell, and he is so OP on this game anyway. But as you can see, I've just set the fastest lap of the race again, showing that I am going a little bit faster than him at the moment. Going on to lap 14, my tyres have started to wear out a little bit. Tyre wear isn't too bad here, but as you can see, Lewis Hamilton obviously has better tyre wear for some reason, or better grip at the moment. He's able to go around the side of me. I've made a slight error there. I shot into the corner, almost tapping Lewis Hamilton. Luckily, we didn't actually make contact, but I had to give him the room there. And I've gone wide again. I've made too many mistakes in those last couple of corners, and that's cost me the net lead of the race. So you have to be patient. We're going on to lap 16. We're still right up the gearbox of Lewis Hamilton. We are still in the hunt, but I've decided to pit where he has decided to continue. I'm going to go on to the soft tyres and come off these super softs altogether. Last stop of the race. And yeah, no, we're doing well. I'm pleased with the position we're in. Even if we don't beat Lewis Hamilton in this race, 2nd place is good for the Force India team, and it's good for me and good for Sergio. As you can see, this camera angle is quite a bad camera angle. Someone's put something in front of the camera, so we couldn't see the pit stop properly, so I do apologise about that. This stop was quite a good stop again. It was 2.5, which was a little bit better than the last stop. And I'd say 2.5 is our average pit stop over the season. As you can see, Kimi Räikkönen has come up our left as we come out in the pit lane. So we're now in a, well, not net 4th position, but we're in 4th position currently. And hopefully a couple of guys in front of us will be pitting, and we get back up to 2nd and start giving Lewis Hamilton a bit of grief. So here we go. We're going to try and go around the side of Kimi Räikkönen. Or we scare him a little bit there. We don't actually touch him, but it was very close. We managed to get him for 3rd place. Going on to lap 18. We, as you can see on the right hand side, if you didn't see it, just missed it, it was Lewis Hamilton in the pits, coming out of the pits. So now we are on lap 19, and we are in a net 1st place. And there's a few people in the pits. I think Rosberg was in the pits, and that's what's given us the position back. But going on to lap 27, not much really happened, guys, in the last 9 or so laps. And I just had to concentrate on the pace, because for the last couple of laps my tyres have been wearing out too much, and Lewis Hamilton has been catching me. I had a 6-second gap, which is now down to about a second, I believe, and these guys in front of us just a few back markers. But yes, we won the race, baby. We won the Russian Grand Prix. I never thought I would win this race because it's not one of my stronger points, but somehow we managed to get the job done. We won the race, and I am over ecstatic about having 2 wins, not 1, but 2 wins in 15 rounds. I am over the mood. We're going to drink some champagne and we're going to celebrate like it was like we won a race, funny enough. So yeah, I'm so glad that we won this race. I was very surprised because I've got P1 in a lot of practice sessions this season, but not been able to turn it into the win. But this time we managed to beat both the Mercedes drivers. As you can see, this is the results table of the race. And even Nico Hulkenberg did well there. He managed to get 1 point out of the race, so he managed to get some points for the team as well. So that's a positive. And most of the other people, as you can see, are the normal orders. The Mercedes behind us. And if you look at the bottom, as we were just about to show you, Sebastian Vettel DNF'd. I don't know what happened there. After his second pit stop, something happens from pole to DNF. It's not great for him. But yeah, we've got the good result that we want today. You know, we've got all the people in the usual places, and obviously we are trying to fight for 3rd place in the title hunt. And as you can see, this is the drivers' table, and we've managed to go back up to 3rd with Sebastian DNFing. I've managed to catch him back up and more. And I've managed to get past Kimi Räikkönen again. So I'm really pleased with the results that are coming out for us. And Nico Hulkenberg, our teammate, has moved up to 12th place in the championship as well, which is a positive. I like to praise him when he is doing good, because obviously he hasn't been doing that well all season. So he's to my 183 points to his 6. It's not too great really. But as you can see, constructors, not much has changed, and I don't think much will change by the end of the season, especially for the top 5 teams. Obviously the lower teams, it may change a little bit depending on results, but I think we're pretty much set for 4th place in the constructors. Red Bull just not doing the job this season. 4-time world champions failing to get the job done. So but yeah, guys, this has been an absolutely awesome episode for me to record. I really enjoyed this track, believe it or not. Some tracks I don't enjoy driving, but this one was a pleasure to drive. I felt like I could push every single lap. Absolutely every single lap to achieve what I was looking for. But yes, guys, if you liked this episode, and if you like the fact that we've got 2 wins under our belt and we've still got 4 races remaining, so we've got opportunity to win another race, hopefully. I say hopefully. But yeah, if you liked it, like, subscribe and comment below, and we will see you in the USA for COTA, the Circuit of the Americas. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.